Oh my goodness, I think I'll stay and watch. How's it going? Nice to know him. Steady growing was always hard to watch. How's it looking? How's it cooking? I was joking, so give me all you got. Keeping me, keep from knowing. Keeping me, keep from showing. Keeping me, keep from growing. Keeping me, keep from knowing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to June 4th. We're in June already. It's crazy. It is almost the middle of the year. It is almost World Cup time. Hey, that's something everybody can get behind. It's insane how fast this year has gone. But I guess when you're talking to a lot of AI robots, you don't know what time it is. So that's why time has been flying for us. Quick Wen newsletter today, but just wanted to pop in, say hello, update you guys on a couple of highlighting news things from around the globe with the industries that we always watch. First off, we had our Wednesday wrap up for the month of May yesterday. So if you missed that with Josh and Guillermo, please go back to our YouTube channels, or if you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe Twitch. Twitter has links to it. A lot of them just have instant replays if you scroll down to where that post was. But everything is always posted on our stuff.io and book.io shared YouTube channel. So make sure you go into the Wednesday wrap up playlist, and it is there for the month of May. Again, an incredible amount of things launched, things that we can't talk about, but that are all good. But they also went through some new things that have been built that are in the demo phase right now. So if you want to go back and check out that video, please do. We went through the new enterprise solution that we are offering for enterprises as far as using our DEA technology to use for any kind of IP. So right now, you guys know us as book.io and stuff.io, using our proprietary technology to get you your favorite books, audiobooks, music, and films out to you, to be able to self-publish those types of media for you. But this is for larger corporations, larger enterprises. So if you are one of those, if you are a member of one of those, and you have a lot of IP, you have a lot of servers, you have a lot of sensitive data, and you, obviously being a member of this community, realize how great blockchain technology is, how wonderful the DEA is as far as it being, as it's named, decentralized and encrypted, and the way that it protects all of you as creators, as it has been for the last 4 years, and all the creators on our platform, in a way that you literally can't grab that information, right? So it's a great way for enterprises to protect their IP, and for us to take on more enterprise contracts and customers, and be able to help you guys not have a whole bunch of stacked up hard drives on the side of your computer. Please let us help you protect your IP. So we did launch a demo side of our enterprise site. We can actually put that link out there for you. I think some people figured it out. I put like when I did the screenshot of the view of it yesterday, it intentionally had the link on the top because I figured you guys would be grabbing it. But we can put those out as easy links on our Discord, so you guys can check out the demo side of those. Obviously, they're not 1000% polished product yet, but they are at the demo stage. And so if you are part of those larger corporations, or if you are an owner of one of those corporations and you go, gosh, yes, I would love to protect our IP with the DEA the same way that we've been able to do for all of the creators out there, it is now available. So check out the enterprise solution. Also, we went over a kind of the first feature of a package, if you will. Trying to do like a package build for publishers and eventually for independent authors that is just a tool set. And this was the first one that Josh revealed. He's been working on it for many weeks. I mean, this is one of the first things that he built. So I want to say have been under construction now for about 3 months. So it's pretty polished. It's called the Galley Forecast. And this helps you see how your book is going to perform before you even publish it. So this is a pre-publishing tool. So again, if you are a publisher out there watching us, hello. But this will be a product. It is ready to demo right now. So please reach out. We are happy to start doing some side samples and demos with publishers right now. And then this eventually will be something that is widespread and open up to independent authors as something that all of us as writers and authors go, gosh, I wish I knew what 100 amazing experts in different fields, and then what a whole bunch of maybe people that are my own fans, people that are fans of the genre that I'm writing in, would think of this book. And is there places that, drop so hard that somebody might DNF it, like so they do not finish it? That is a big factor for every author out there, but especially when you are writing a fiction book that you want to know if you're hitting a lull in a part of your story that maybe needs more pace, or it needs more context, or if it came too late in the story, came too early in the story. That is always a big thing. And that's why people send out things called galleys, also known as advanced reader copies, to get that gauge from their audience, right? So this is actually something that would be done even before the advanced reader copy, as kind of a group way of saying, you know what, this is what we predict the overall review of your book would be, and here's where they're going to say the greatest strengths are, the greatest weaknesses are, and maybe give you a different pathway in writing. Maybe say, hey, I am on the right pathway, right? Especially in a series of books, right? If you're stacking up loads of characters, if you're into a big sci-fi book and you've got hundreds of characters, if you've got multiple storylines, if you've got multiple world building, all of that's really important for your audience to be able to follow. So that's what this tool helps you, but it will also help publishers be able to see, hey, should I buy this book, right? Like, should I invest in this book? Should we put this in our catalog? All those really hard decisions that publishers have to make. And it's just by, reading hundreds and hundreds of books every day to try to figure it out. So we're trying to create a tool set that it alleviates some of that hardship and makes people more productive as publishers, and makes you a more efficient writer that doesn't have to keep going back and circling back with editors and over again. So that's even before you get to the part where you would send out like a sample to people on a reading list to get to their views of it. So that's the Galley Forecast product that Josh Osha showed. So again, if you want to see the walkthroughs of those products, if you want to see it's kind of the walkthroughs of the sites, or if you are somebody interested in being part of the demo team of these products, please reach out. Something as simple as my email is a great way. I'm just Sheila@stuff.io. So please feel free, reach out, and we will get you part of that demo team in order to get these products launched even faster out into the real world, to get all of the world, supporting stuff.io and book.io even more. Also, Josh touched on, and I had a couple weeks ago too, touched on the nonprofit that we had created for North Texas AI. Go check out the link there. I don't even know if I can I can put up the, let me type up the web real quick. So this is the website for that. Again, this is basically embracing North Texas, actually not just North Texas, Texas just passed California as far as AI businesses and technology support. So we are really noticing how much is just in North Texas alone, where our great headquarters of book.io and stuff.io are. But that does not limit it. If you are watching from another state, if you are watching from another country and go, hey, I'm also building, or I'm also vibe coding. I would also like to be around like minds. Please still reach out to us. Again, just even something, our generic email is just hello@stuff.io. You can always reach out to me at Sheila, and just let us know that, hey, I would love to start my own group. Can we be, something that's in conjunction with your North Texas AI group? Or can we be another chapter? Again, we are a nonprofit, so we're here to hear all the ideas. We're here to have all the conversations. But if you are in the area, please click on that link and join us on June 15th. We will be at Tufts Brewery partnering with the McKinney Economic Development Corporation for their innovation unwind that they have every month. So come be in a room with like minds and see what everybody's building. This is nothing about pitch decks or formal presentations. Everybody's going to get 30 seconds to a minute to stand up, say what they're building. And then when networking starts, you know who you want to go and talk to. If there's investors in the room, who they want to come and talk to about being in their portfolio. If there's big businesses in the room, of who they want to come and see if they can, buy these products, use these products, and just be in the conversation too of simple things like security, incorporation into the entire ecosystem of your business is really what we are having these conversations for, right? So it's not just a silo project. So if you're in the area, please join us June 15th here in the McKinney area. This time we'll kind of switch around where we have the meetups. But again, we are open for this worldwide conversation. So this is something that's become a big passion of ours. The amount of stuff that we have built in the last, 5 months has surpassed what we did in the 4 years of us as book.io and stuff.io. So really great technology to partner with our already great proprietary technology. So let's see where we can take this, and let's see, who we can discover and partner with in the world as well. So that is our nonprofit. So make sure you check that out and come see us in person in about a week and a half if you are in the area. So again, check out the Wednesday wrap up. That is highlighted bits from it. I'm going to also do some highlights and some video clips that I'll post on our social media throughout the week to kind of just take some of Josh's and Guillermo's highlights from there. So that's the fun stuff. Some quick industry news. So the US Book Show just took place in New York City. About 700 people attended, which is incredible for a United States book show. As the publishing world is spread out, but New York being the hub for the United States there. And last year it was very AI focused, and dare I say AI, not fear building, but more fear awareness, right? It was more of like, here's how AI applies to the publishing industry. And if you didn't know, you're already really, really late, right? So now a year later, you can only imagine the panels, the chat. If somebody hadn't paid attention last year, especially if they are a publisher, if they do control, catalogs of thousands of books, they might be in pure panic mode at this year's US Book Show. And that was kind of the overall feelings and reports of it was a very obvious generational gap of there was a lot of people who were like, this information's been around for a while, and there were people who were like, this is the greatest information ever, thank you so much. So I think as any industry, there's still a lot of people to be onboarded to the new technologies, obviously in something that is one of the oldest industries, right? I mean, that, printing press 1800s days, right? It's gonna be a long adaptation for that type of industry, especially something that is traditionally read on a piece of paper and held in your hand, to you be talking to and engaging and telling them how a certain technology is going to and has already changed their industry. There's obviously a lot of different mindsets around that. There's a lot of different opinions. But as we all know, it is here to stay. So it was a huge learning year of where last year people kind of went, whoa, that's crazy. Because there was live demonstrations of like, here's me making a book, and now poof, so within the time that I gave you this presentation, we just self-published something written with AI as a book. We've self-published it as I'm sitting here talking, and people were just, the wide eyes in the room were not at the minimum, that's for sure. And so this year it was a lot more, tell me everything. I wasn't paying attention last year, or now in this last year, I've seen how this affects, our business, or people who are still very against it. So it was an interesting year in all the reports. So yeah, we'll continue to see what develops out of there. That's run by Publishers Weekly. So all the feedback, all the findings, and then any kind of news comes very instantly from the US Book Show as it comes straight out onto Publishers Weekly. So you could always check them out for more in-depth. I think one of the more interesting reports was the social media panels and the feedback from the social media panels. So there's always that huge thirst for, how do I get on Book Talk? How do I get these book talkers to talk about my product? And that's from a publisher standpoint. And then there's a lot of other publishers who still have not embraced it, have not embraced the personal influencer to be actual advertising, right? Which has proven, as a marketing girl who reads analytics every day, that's actually the highest form of selling and persuasion in the marketing world these days, is actually a personal influencer. So a personal user telling you, hey, you should use this cup, you should go eat at this restaurant, right? Because I did, it was amazing. I'm here as a real person that you can pinch, and I can tell you all about it. That is still the most influential way, hence the reason they're called influencers. And a lot of big publishers haven't embraced them. And so this year there was a very packed room, and people just eating up all the very basic book talk information. And so that's where you saw most of the reports about it being such a generational gap, is a lot of people were like, it was just a panel about social media. Like, I didn't learn anything. And then there was other people like, oh, I get it now. We need to use social media. So I thought that was a almost humorous side, because that is in any part of our world, right? Not even publishing. Talking to your parents, talking to your grandparents, or talking to, people 2 generations below us. Like, that is always the main thing that seems to separate our generations, is our opinion of social media and how it's used, how people consume it. So I think that's always going to be the case until something else comes along to influence our minds. But right now, with that being kind of still the main platform, as far as selling and advertising and, social stories and social experiences sharing, that's still kind of where the main generational gap stories come from. So it didn't surprise me that that was the response from the US Book Show. Other news that I'm sure all of these guys were there at the US Book Show, because we always see them there. Our friends at Wiley have made a giant acquisition, $452 million in cash. That's nice. I like $452 in cash. $52 million in cash. They have acquired a UK publishing house called Emerald Publishing Limited. It's from the Cambridge Information Group. And Wiley has always been a very scientific and textbook heavy publisher, and this kind of puts them over the top. It definitely makes them the leader in social sciences, particularly, they quote in their press release from Wiley that this puts them the leader in economics, business, and finance, which, as someone who looks through their catalog often of what's meant, I can guarantee you that is definitely the majority of what is in their catalog. So now to add just what is 2,500 titles from this guy. They have 8,000 book titles is what Emerald has, but they have 500 scholarly journals. So now Wiley's scholarly journal goes up to that 2,500 that I just said, which is incredible. I mean, anybody who has done any kind of required upper schooling where they require you to go and get quotes from peer reviewed journals and all that, back in my college days of 1999, sitting there in the library paging through these things, trying to find any journals that were about the topic that I was writing a paper on. Just Wiley's catalog alone now will have more than my university's library did. Like, that's incredible. So congratulations to Wiley. Congratulations to Emerald Publishing, because that's an amazing price. And yeah, so we shall see just how much more that they're able to expand in the scholarly and academic world, but particularly even that advanced level of the professional side, where they do a lot of bulk distribution in the economics, business, and finance areas. So congratulations to Wiley. That is huge news. Over in the business of music, a couple of things are going on. I don't know if you guys thought, if you've been there's a lot of Paris news lately with the French Open happening, and then PSG winning the Champions League final last week. There's a lot of Paris news, and one of them was about a Ticketmaster meltdown in Paris, particularly where there was suspicious activity all around a Celine Dion, concert sales, and they just completely couldn't handle it. It completely melted down, and shut down that entire window. So always interesting to see instances like this, because it does back up blockchain technology, the need for blockchain technology. We've been saying for years that the way that our queuing system is a step above. It's based off of the mindset of how Ticketmaster is set up, but then we, as you do in proprietary technology, kind of took it one step above. So it's always interesting to see when you're still using those platforms that there's still problems. We saw Taylor Swift break Ticketmaster as well. So just always interesting things around the Ticketmaster and the digital music world. The other thing is, being a country music girl and from Oklahoma, I was personally interested in this next story of Garth Brooks, who has always been very vocal, a Taylor Swift kind of vocal, on owning his own music, owning his own catalog, has actually started shopping his catalog around. So this will be very interesting. If you notice, I don't know if you're a country fan or a Garth Brooks fan, you only can find any of his songs on Amazon Music. Like, he doesn't put them on every streaming service. He's very particular of, who he does business with, and, as far as rights that he still continues to own. So just the fact that he would be willing to actually sell his catalog is shocking to me personally. But then the price tag that this is possibly going for, which is over $2 billion, is, well, I guess that's worth shopping around. So we will continue to follow that. I always think that's interesting in the world, especially in streaming, of who's interested in buying catalogs for that much money, and just, the payoff of it. Obviously, Garth being one of the highest selling, if not the highest selling. Taylor might be above him, but definitely a top 5 selling artist in this world. That they would be, how they even were able to price their catalog baffles me. So I kind of want to read into all the fun details of that and follow all the shopping from possible labels that might buy this. Intriguing news to me. That was kind of the main highlights of everything. There's obviously loads of other stuff going on. There's loads of AI news if you guys want to go over that. But as far as our main industries, that is kind of the highlights. Just to save on my voice, I'll wrap up here pretty quick. We do have one. Watch Discord. But for now, we have one mint tomorrow. Mansky's going to kill me for that wink. But right now we have a Sanguero. And let me pull up here we go. Sanguero.ai. We have a song named Memory that is going out. Oh, here we go. We got a little market cap. They are going big tomorrow, and let's play a little sample for you. Let me turn up the volume. Here's a sample of Memory.
I wrote you letters, your name in every line. Never sent a single one, kept them all inside. I have not seen that city.
Lovely. Sanguero, always lovely. All right. So details as usual. Nothing has changed as far as price or mint time with our friends at Song Market Cap. So ADA equivalent of $6. If you are a wallet holding Song token, you do get a 10% discount. So then it's an ADA equivalent of $5.40. This mint will go at 2 p.m. Central as always, which is 7 p.m. UTC. And there are only 150 units. Last week's was 150 and it went very quickly. So be ready at 2 p.m., 7 p.m. UTC. And it is the absolute must that you are ready on the buzzer because there's only 150 of these. So be ready. And then be ready in front of Discord. Is all I'm going to say about anything else tomorrow. I love that. I did get a question, confirmation with the enterprise structure. A question on enterprise structure and stuff burn. I don't think there is any correlation between the two. Enterprise DEAs and the enterprise demo product would be completely private. So you guys wouldn't even know if somebody was contracting us to do their enterprise DEAs. So if that was the question, sorry, let me know, DJ, if I screwed that question up. But there is the correlation if you missed it. Kind of the last two Wednesday wrap-ups did go over the big print store that we will be launching hopefully in the very near future. We've had some busy times in other builds that it is going to come with stuff token rewards for every purchase. And that just circles back around to those stuff token rewards thing will pile up and can equal you buying power for other books in the store or just for you to have more stuff token. So there is a stuff token reward system that will be part of that bookstore. So that's huge. 12 million books and counting. That's only the print books so far are the 12 million books. So stay tuned for the addition of ebooks, audiobooks, everything is planned, but those 12 million are actually in our system. So that is a go. But that is a confirmed thing with Josh and Ben and the founders that stuff token rewards will be mixed in, and you can use it for more books or you can use it for the joy of having more stuff token. All right, I'm going to wrap up for the day and save my voice. I'm so sorry. I've been continuously sick for you guys, but hopefully someday, whatever is blooming in my chest and haunting my continuous allergies will go away. That might be in December when it freezes, but we'll see. Other than that, have a wonderful, wonderful first weekend of June. If you are in USA or Germany, there's our first friendly of the world, to lead up to the World Cup is on Saturday. So enjoy all the impending soccer and football that is about to happen around the world. And everybody enjoy the weekend. We will see you next week. Make sure to check out our YouTube channels or any of the other instant replays if you want to catch up on that Wednesday wrap up. See you guys.